And good evening. All right. Setting up and away we go. Glad you remembered to be here. I never forget. All right.
On the day I was born, when the song gathered round, and it gazed in wide wonder.
Got great stories coming up. Hold on.
The nurse spoke up, said leave this one alone. She could tell right away
Come on in.
that I was bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bad to the bone. I broke 1,000 hearts before I met you. I'll break 1,000 more, baby, before I am through. I wanna be yours, pretty baby, yours and yours alone. I'm here to tell you.
All right. Good evening, everybody. This is Gary Brodsky. This is the Gary Brodsky Show. Well, I'm glad we got that covered. I want to start out with an interesting story. I was out with a couple of friends to what you'd call, I guess, a club. You know, one of those clubs that you see on the Facebook pictures everywhere. And these two girls walked in. I'll say, visually, they were knockouts. The vibe sucked. Okay, so there were five of us, and these two girls walked in. Now, immediately I said, these girls ain't beautiful, yeah, everything you'd want in a picture. If they saw drawings, yeah. But I could just feel the attitude, okay? I could feel that attitude. Well, they immediately came in, that fucking attitude, right? And dismissed, I guess, the three normal guys, me and two others, and these two guys who think they're cool. They went right for them and go, oh, you're slim, you look great, like this. See, me, my arms are too big for them. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying that was their dismiss, which I was so glad to be dismissed. As it progressed, they're sitting with them, they're laughing, and I'm listening, because that's what I do. And, they're saying, we need to get this, we need that. They're giving a list of demands. And I need to buy this and buy that. And I'm just waiting because they're sitting at a table and they're trying to be cool. They don't know how. And they're telling me my stuff doesn't work. Okay, this was really funny. The other two guys are, really into that stuff. My stuff, love it. These two guys are like the cynics. And like, hey, we got the girls. Haha, what about you? So wait till the evening's over. Okay, we'll wait. I got time. So I knew out comes the Don Perignon. Had to happen, right? Don Perignon. Second bottle comes out at the end of the night. They go, well, we're going to a different club, and they just ditched these two guys. Okay. Now, these two winners, I don't know how much they spent and how much they contributed to their cause of being idiots, but one guy was holding my cash. And I said to him, well, actually, before I could say anything to him, he said, do you have money so I can take care back to the city? I said, you came out here with a lot of money. He goes, we blew it all. I said, well, use the $350 you have of mine. He goes, well, we spent that too. Well, they had to take the train back. I guess that's what they call real conquest. But that's what I but I successfully do teach, is if you're going to pick up women. Those are not women, okay? Those are girls with an agenda. And let me describe it to you. They never played with dolls when they were a kid, and they know just how easy it is. They probably came out with a $1,000 profit that night, which was probably not a rare night for them. Used to be strippers used to know how to do that. Now they're doing it everywhere. It's been a while since I've been to a club, but I was just fascinated that these guys did not see the trap that they're walking into. But in they walked. And I was saying, this is just amazing because this happens all the time. Now, what was good about it is it refreshed my memory into seeing that this does happen all the time and that people are totally oblivious to it. So here's the tip of the night, if anything. When you meet a woman and you don't feel any feminine vibes from her, or any of that loving kindness that women do have, real women, you're dead. Because you're going to be, you got to see, I really wish I had this on film. Not to embarrass them, but to understand why guys get like this. And the reason is, without having it on film, is total lack of self-esteem and total lack of self-respect. Plus, it cost me $350 to see these two dickheads get kind out of my money, plus theirs. I don't know what happened. Credit cards, they must have maxed them out. I mean, they were buying everything under the sun. They were doing payments for them over their smartphone, whatever the hell they call it, iPhone. These girls together had an IQ of about 12. But that was enough for them to do some serious damage. And until guys stop taking this shit, okay, of being played for fools, it's going to keep happening, and there's going to be more and more and more of them out there. But if nobody pays them any mind, now they work in pairs because to them, you know, the whole psychology is watch how funny it is to get this guy and take him. Now, what I really liked about them, which was not much, is that they knew exactly who to hit. So they're getting to be almost like professional at this. And I understand this goes on in clubs all the time. So instead of being played by women and spending what I would call probably about $2,500 that they could not afford that night, but they just got wrapped up in the moment, they could have played them. There's an audio program up on the Modern Alpha called How to Play Women. Get it, and you will not ever be that guy because you'll see it coming. Just like martial arts practice, when the instructor says to throw a punch at your head, you're pretty well set. Well, on How to Play Women, you get that. But guys are just acting like such fools in front of women, and I would not call these guys fools. I said they were acting like fools. They're probably watching, and they're probably going to laugh it off and do it again. And I still say, I'm not going to listen to your audio programs. So what it cost you 50 grand this year not to listen? Okay, hey, that's the price you pay. All right, I'm open for questions tonight. Gary Brodsky 123 at AOL.com or Gary at themodernalpha.com. I don't know what's flipping over when, but Gary Brodsky 123 at AOL. We went to a new server, so that's what happens in this world of computers, which I'll get to in just one moment. Hey, that was pretty quick. Gary, thank you for shooting me the gold and the protection mojo bag. Didn't know if you got my email. Oh, thank you, Ivan. Thank you. Okay, respect. This is important. This is a guy he's not going to get taken. I have to ask you a favor. Absolutely. You don't have to send me anything. You do not have to send me anything. See, spoken like a man. And that is rare today. I ask for a small personal favor. I don't need receipt numbers. I don't need anything. I know these people. I actually care. I see society being ripped asunder to pieces, and I care. And the big thing I'm going to talk about, and I'd love to hear feedback on this, especially from the guys from the foreign countries, is men have turned into like they little bitches. And we're not prepared for that. I mean, it's like it just hits you by surprise. Almost everybody's only interested in themselves. And that's it. And that is causing, you know, the word love. Yeah, try putting that in the song today. People forgot what that is. Try giving dolls to girls. They don't want dolls. Now, interesting study done. I won't give you all the details because it's all over Google. Is that playing video games gives you the same satisfaction of being in love and sexual gratification. Hits the same receptors. And you say, oh, there's no conspiracy to destroy sexuality in this country. Check it. Read it. It's being done every day. A lot of guys today say, you know, they believe women are disgusting. Women believe themselves to be disgusting. But their personalities radiate, and on most people, absolutely no real civility. That's why I also recommend How to Succeed by Being a Gentleman. It throws them off. It would have short-circuited these two girls right out. A gentleman doesn't go in there and buy everything some girl wants. Okay? That he doesn't know. You want to guarantee your sex? Go to a prostitute. They guarantee it. You'll score. This is no game. This is like, you know, they should have been smart enough to see it coming. Well, that's enough about that. I'm going to take a soda break and first take this question, of course. Can you say to a woman, good evening, Derek, how are you? I love your smile. That's a good one. Or I love your ass. Just funny, this there. Is it needed to use the word? Is it needed to use the word love in that phrase? Not at all. That word is not used enough. I don't know how to shut this off. Also, can you ever tell a woman, hey, Jennifer, I missed you, girl? Of course, that works. Shows she's needed. Women love to be needed. But the important thing is this is all great stuff. I love your smile. She's going to feel great. But when you tell a girl, hey, Jennifer, I missed you, girl, that's great. But only one thing I have to say to that. Make sure her name is Jennifer. That's important. Because a woman's favorite word is, as we all know, anybody know what it is? It's their name. Oh, what the hell, Derek? Call every girl Jennifer. Fucks with them, right? my old pal, how you doing? This is from Moinga. He knows what he's talking about. Your audio programs will teach guys not to fall into traps with such women, but have those girls buying them shit. The more alpha you are, the more she will do for you, and your audios are always the best. Thank you, Moinga, and you're absolutely right. Jason. Hey, Gary, Jason here. Thank you always for your great shows. Can you tell me more about the brain train? Thanks, Jason. Absolutely, I'd love to explain that. I'm glad you brought it up. The brain train actually works, and it has worked throughout history. What works on anything is repetition. And this has been studied by many and various agencies around the world since the Roman Empire. How do you think they get guys to walk into battle and get their legs blown off? Repetition behavior. So on the brain train, it's scientifically scored out to hear, I'll give you one, every woman you meet wants to sleep with you. It retrains your brain to radiate out what you want. And it works. All the testimonials on there are true. Now, I was doing these privately for people. I'll get this in a second. For a while to test them because I know it works. And everything that I've done has worked. And including health-wise, I'll tell you how this happened in my life. I was dying of some illness. I don't go to doctors, so I don't know what it was. I was about 27. Couldn't even walk, nor could I even focus my vision. I would not go to doctors. My family is basically was religious, sort of like Christian Scientists. Some reverend came over and just kept saying, you are perfect health, you are walking, you are fine. I'm like, I'm dying here. He kept saying it over and over and over again. And in a few weeks, I was fine. And I'll never know what was wrong with me. But I was going out for the count. So does it work? Absolutely works. And I think everybody should have it. Because it works. And it's just the repetition gets into your brain. Now, how does this happen to you? You see a word on the computer or on the screen, or you hear it, or you see it on a piece of paper, and you have to use it in the conversation because it goes into your subconscious mind where everything that's going to happen in your life is programmed in there. GaryBrodsky.com. Check it out. The stuff on there works. It absolutely does work. And without fail. I mean, this has been tested for centuries. I've done all the research. And one of the interesting research things on there was I know a doctor who set up this experiment where he gave people sugar pills and said, you know, the side effects could possibly be hair loss. They were nothing more than sugar pills. And people's hair started falling off. Because you know how it works. If you hear it enough times, it becomes a fact. Even your own mind. Now, you can say self-affirmations. What about those? Don't those work? Yes, they do, but they're not as strong because if somebody, okay, let's say you. Okay, let's say you. Okay, let's say Derek is saying to himself, today I make a lot of money. Another part of himself is saying, oh, no, you don't. He's fighting with himself. It's a hard fight. You have resistance. When somebody else is saying it to you, another voice, there is no resistance. You cannot argue with it because it's going to keep spitting out. It's not going to change its augmentation, and you will become whatever program you buy. GaryBrodsky.com. It's a new program. It works. It's simple. It's easy, but it's repetition. And repetition is anything in life is built by repetition. Want to build a body? Repetitions. How many reps do you do? Want to get good at martial arts? You got to do a lot of repetitions. Want to get good at playing the piano? Repetition. It's simple science that works. It's like the law of gravity. It's very simple. Here, look. Oh, now, that works. A lot of questions come from it. Get me no sort, huh? All right, so that covers the brain training that's available at GaryBrodsky.com. And it really is well worth the money. My old pal Junior's. Hey, Gary Junior's here. First with the black and white movie with the Cary Grant, Mr. Lucky, is exactly what you have been teaching us. I seen How to Be a Prick and How to Play Women and the Gentleman's Guide, etc., etc. Yeah, it's in all the old movies because that's when men acted like men, till they try to socially reprogram us. Derek. After you have sex with a girl, see, Derek is progressing. Now he's not talking about, I like her now. It's like, after I've done her, okay, she's laying there, right? She can't walk. Oh, get carried away here, Derek. After you have sex with a girl for the first time, should you always call the next day? Yes. You know the answers. Is that just a gentlemanly thing to do, or is it okay to be a prick and not call for a couple of days? No, it is very. A prick is just a gentleman that doesn't let anybody walk on him. Okay, like those two guys I was describing earlier, who bought these girls everything they wanted. Those are idiots. Okay, if they would just had fun with them and laughed and not gave in to them, they would have been pricks. So, okay. When you call the girl back after you have sex with her, when do you, same day at best, if you can, say, hey, wonderful evening. You're the best. You are the best. You are now giving her the validation she needs. Jason again. Hey, Gary, with your experience, how often right is your intuition? Thanks. Sometimes it is so on the money, it's scary, and sometimes it is so wrong, it's amazing. But in reality, it's very good. And it's not only me. We all have great intuition. We all also have a part of us that actually is logical. It's like, I'm dealing with this attorney. I'm not going to get screwed over. Just an example of it. And it's like, but you want to deny. Everybody, and this is interesting, it's on the Alex Jones show on Friday. There's an expert talking about that. I'm not an expert, sort of am. But that people's intuition is so great that they try to kill it with television, video games. Because, you ever move in with a girl and as soon as the door closes, you go, I know this is going to be a disaster. Just can't wait to see how long it takes. But maybe, no, once you start, you got to really go with intuition. It's like I tried the psychic hotline once, and I called up, and the girl answered the phone. I said, okay, what's going to be my future? She said a large phone bill. She was right. Okay, soda break time.
All the leaves are brown, leaves are brown, and the sky is gray, and the sky is gray. I've been around for a while on a winter's day. I can sing the love one thing and more. If I was in LA, if I was in LA, I was going to tell you, going to dream. Stopped into a church. I passed along the way.
Huh? I'm getting beeps, and there's no questions. Oh wow, a lot of questions. I'm sorry. From Rob. Gary says, being given Active as a gift and stumbling onto your modern alpha site and getting through the material in the executive package, my entire perspective has been changed. Thanks for that eternally. I have a question. How do you deal with a woman that constantly acts juvenile? Oh, I love this. And downtrodden. I'm seeing this constantly now. Is there a good trick to refrain from their behavior? Thanks again, Rob. Robin, thank you again for all those plugs. As you see, all the testimonials, I don't write them. They're all true. I have about 6 here tonight that are great. And I got to just tell you, when women are acting juvenile, stupid, and idiotic, walk away. Walk away. There is a sea of wonderful, beautiful, caring women out there. Don't waste your time. They're not worth it. You got to think like that. They are not worth it. And you see what it does to guys. You see it. It changes your body chemistry. When you get a woman who's stupid and juvenile and demanding. That's why when any guy gets pussy whipped, what happens? First thing, he loses all his friends. And not because he says to his friends, hey, go screw yourself. Doesn't happen like that. It happens because he doesn't radiate the same, I guess, vibes, at lack of a better word, that make him him. He's no longer him. He's somebody else's puppet. Now, I'm not saying you do this, Rob. I'm just saying for everybody who's listening, it's absolutely true. When you let a woman or anything else take over your identity, and we're having a special free webinar on that. If you've gotten anything, join up. Because so many times, and this question actually leads to so many areas, we allow ourselves to be victimized because rational thinking takes over, saying, I can't be getting this much disrespect or this much crap from this person. It must be my imagination. Nobody really act like that. Then next day you wake up, oh, I want to kill this bastard. Oh, a lot of questions tonight. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Good night. Okay. Hey Gary, what are some moves to show you care less about women? It's not a move. It's an attitude. It's a state of mind. He who cares less wins. There's no way to show it. If you really care less, and I'll give you some pointers because it's like I use my phone here. This is important. Everybody take note. Well, I think you're an asshole. That's the girl talking. There's got a lot of guys talking that today. It's like, okay. Don't ever start apologizing for yourself by saying, why do you think I'm an asshole? What did I do wrong? As soon as you do that, you have lost it. You know how many times I've heard this? I will never speak to you again as long as you live. And I'm thinking to myself, like, after I die, she's going to talk to me? Well, just not caring, not following her emotions will show up. It's like, how are you? I have a headache. Oh, I guess that sex is out, huh? You know, just by playing the cool, and I'll tell you, you know, outside of how to be cool audio program, which you should have, I'll check your file later. Being cool, and I'll tell you a big secret about being cool. I'm giving this away for free, is moving slower. Well, that's why Vito Corleone was cool. He wasn't like moving fast. The Terminator was cool. He moved slow. Cool moves slow because it's deliberate. When you move fast, you seem to not be cool. So everybody, slow down your moves with women. These two guys who got taken for a ride by these women and my money, they were moving really fast. Oh, yes, he is. You know, immediately they knew they had them open. I was thinking of knocking these guys out just to save them from the hell that they're going to have to wake up and think, oh, fuck, we got this done again. Because they work pairs. They work one off the other. I mean, I used to train women how to take men. Just for experimentation. Well, also part of intelligence operations. The greatest weapon we had in the agency was this. Wasn't guns, wasn't knives, wasn't hatchets, wasn't poisons. You want to destroy a guy? We sent a woman. Usually done in a very short time. And nobody could trace that back. All right, Derek strikes again. What do you do when you have sex with a girl and she gives you command control moves? Like she says, do it harder. That doesn't sound like a bad, I'm talking about like, women giving demands. This one is a good one. Or she tells you to bang her against the wall. Do you obey her? I wouldn't call it obey it. I would call accommodate, okay? Just change that. That means she is totally lost in the moment. You're giving her a great time. There, you're getting wild here. Do you lose power when you listen to her sexual requests, commands in the bedroom? No, you gain power. Because she's telling you to do it harder, not the guy next to her. What's your next question going to be? I'm in bed with five. This is Derek's next question. I guarantee next week. I'm in bed with 5 girls. Do I save it for the one I like the most? Derek is moving at lightning speed here. Hey, Gary, Jason again. What Gary says is true. I agree. And I didn't read the rest of the question yet. And most guys are programmed to be annoying, gay little kids with no idea on how to be a real man. Thanks, Jason. Jason, I'm going to keep this email. I'm going to email you back because this is exactly what is happening, and it's happening right now. It's a disgrace. It is beyond a disgrace. Guys are acting like bitches. Women are taking them for a haircut. A haircut means, taking them for money, which is okay. I mean, years ago, it used to be my pleasure to buy a woman a really nice gift. A woman, not a bitch looking to see how many points you can rack up by how much you can take. There's a big difference. I love the questions tonight. These are great. Just hit a little music and have a little more soda. Somebody said they love this song, so I'm going to play it again. Great. It's right here and I just lost it. Hold on. I got it. This is for the guy who loves the song. Great at one time, right? Life was and can be.
Hey, have you ever tried really reaching out for the other side? I may be climbing on rainbows, but baby, here goes. Dreams there for those who sleep. Life is for us to keep. And if you're wondering what this song is leading to, I will make it with you.
Wow, we have a lot of questions here. Gary, I'm going to play act as if. Do you still need visualization? Visualization will happen anyway. When you see yourself at the end of the problem, not in the problem, I got to do a show on act as if again. But act as if is about seeing, instead of saying, okay, we use it for picking up women because that's what this show is about. Basically, it's about a lot. But when you see yourself as already having succeeded, and this comes from the Bible. I know there's a lot of atheists out there, and I want to say one thing to atheists. How did nothing create something? Will you answer me about that one? Then we'll talk. But when you see yourself, and when you see yourself, obviously there's visualization involved, as already succeeding, the subconscious mind fills in the gap on how you're going to do it. It's that simple. And you can get on the Modern Alpha right now, how to act as if. Everybody loves it. Everybody says it changed their life, and everybody waits for it to be the last audio program to buy. I guess they act as if they already have it. Doesn't work like that. You got to get it tonight. Act as if, and how to act as if. Hey Gary, Joe L here. As always, I am thankful for all your work you've done in showing us the new way to life. Thank you. I went to the Waldorf Astoria, the St. Regis, and the Plaza Hotels on Friday night. No clients yet, but it was certainly a great experience. I look forward to doing it again. All right, you know the exact places. Joel, you're on your way. Ah, Derek again. I love this guy. He's got the. What is the best way to last a long time when banging a girl? I'll tell you a secret about that. And here's a secret that no one is going to tell you anywhere else. And I want some feedback on this. Oh, yeah, I want some feedback on this. I'm going to preach tonight. Okay, sorry. I do that a lot, though. After a time, you'll see that it takes a lot longer. Now, the experiment, agency run, if you take a long time with a girl on the first night, a really long time, she is going to think you think she's ugly. So when you actually, as they say the word clinically, bust a nut quickly, she thinks she's attractive, and she is. Because with somebody new, it takes like 5 seconds. With somebody new with for years, it's like, oh, please God of coming, anything, just let the shit end. So actually, there really is no problem there. None at all. That means you find women really hot. And as long as you take care of her first, you know what I'm talking about. They love it. When you come fast, it means that they know they're turning you on. So it's actually not a bad thing. Hey, Gary, how do you train your mind? Very simple. You can train it for anything you want. Check out GaryBrodsky.com. Check it out, GaryBrodsky.com. Very simple. And you'll be able to train your mind, and it will be trained to whatever you want. Gary, can you tell me about Gary rituals? And it's the same as the hidden powers. It's not exactly the same. Rituals are, and I have a show coming up, which I haven't announced yet. I'm still writing the ad copy on the occult. Now, one thing about the occult, let me just first preface it with this, is the occult has been in every civilization that ever existed. If it was five guys that had some sort of occult practice, since the beginning of time, ancient Egypt, even before that, when they find like old stones, why occult has been around in every culture that ever existed. One reason: it works. Now, the hidden powers gives you the tools to work the occult, and the occult is only Latin for hidden. It's not Satanistic. It's nothing like that. It's manipulating energy, just like, hey, this cell phone, right? I push buttons, I get results. I don't know how it works. I am not sure that how the occult works, but I am sure that it does work. And on the rituals, I perform the rituals. One of my big hit books, if you want to check this out, is How to Use the Powers of Darkness. Now, it's not really the darkness, or I just put a good title on there to sell a lot of books, which worked. But that has been picked up by the Illuminati and all the horrible groups that will use the stuff for bad. It's just a tool, simple tools of empowerment. So many questions here. Lost my place. Okay, next, read that one already. Gary, I was reading Black Ops when I heard about the female singer. Any similarity to that singer and Michael J? You think, in your opinion, it looks like a duck? Yeah, exactly. Anybody who has not read the book Black Op, read it. It's about a little bit about my life, but more about what really goes on in the world, how they will kill people, socially engineer you, and turn you into whatever they want. And that's why I've come up with GaryBrodsky.com, so you can turn yourself into whatever you want, not somebody else's idea of what they want. And I'm taking a break and listening to some good music here. Yeah. Okay, can you beat that?
Mustang Sally, guess you better slow that Mustang down. Mustang Sally, my baby, guess you better slow that Mustang down.
Question. I bet it's for me. What subtle words or phrases in beta and things should be avoided? Word like the word probably or I think? 100%. Derek, you're going to be taking over my show soon. Absolutely. Yeah, Derek's giving away the bank here, but when you say I think, I think you look great. Sounds like a compliment, right? Doesn't it? Hey, I think you look fantastic. It sounds like shit because you're saying I think, and she's going to pick up I think, like you can't make a fucking decision. So you got it right there. Asked and answered. Next case. Thank you. Sean. Hey Gary, Sean here. Does power moves work better on white women than black ones? Thank you in advance. They work on anybody. It's a law of human nature. I didn't know they were ethnic specific. Work on anybody, black or white, Asian, aliens, doesn't matter, it works. Power moves work. Period. Jason, tell everybody they need to buy Success, Power, and Conquest. Act as if and how to act as if they add extreme wealth and power. They are what every guy needs to win this world, and it works. Thanks, Jason. Jason, thank you. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Now, a lot of this stuff does not come from my head. Understand that. I've got boxes here you can't see. Research by all the intelligence agencies, stuff I took home years ago to study, and I was supposed to bring it back, but I didn't. Explaining exactly how people's minds work. That's why I'm telling you, check out GaryBrodsky.com. Don't forget about that, myname.com. No 123, GaryBrodsky.com. You can reprogram your mind to do anything, and every testimonial on there is real. Okay, the typesetting is not complete, but the product is great. And yes, anybody can heal anybody with that. It's, the mainstream media, the people who rule this world, they know this stuff, but they don't want you to know it. And I couldn't give a shit what they want, okay? Jeff. Gary, love your stuff. I am in sales. And last week I purchased your Extreme Wealth and Power. All this week I got up at 6 a.m. and listened to the whole program every morning before work. Guess what? I had my best week so far this year. It does work. Thank you. The sales manager put up a new Apple iPad for a sales contest, and I won the iPad Tuesday. I made $3,000. Please realize what I just said. I am paid weekly, not quarterly or monthly. I am paid weekly, and my weekly check last week was $3,000 plus. A new iPad, and it all came at number 2 out of 31 marketers on the sales floor. The download has more than paid for itself. You're the man. Thank you. All right? You hear this stuff, and hey, there you are, Morocco. Are you around, Gary? He's watching me and asking this question. Okay, that is Morocco for you. That's why we gotta love him. Yes. Okay, he's being funny. That was a classic Morocco. That one rules. All right, Noel Pal Jr.'s. To Gary, the first Black Ops book is a frightening book I have ever read. 2, how long at a time do we burn the candles at a time? The drawing from the hidden powers. 3rd, right? Okay, we'll definitely talk tomorrow. Guys, try the stuff. They love it. It works. Try the stuff on GaryBrodsky.com. Okay, let's play a song here and wait for some more questions.
When you wake up in the morning and the light is hurt your head, the first thing you do when you get up out of bed is hit that streets a running and try to beat the masses. Go get yourself some cheap sunglasses. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, time to wrap it up, and last and final call for questions. Thank you. From Jason. Gary, I heard that women are emotionally stronger than men. True. Is this true? Yes, it is. And if it's true, why do so many women seem to be taking prescription pills to deal with their emotions? They're emotionally stronger. women. But women have turned into little girls and men have turned into little boys. So they break apart really quick. And plus, people have bad days. Everybody does. And what happens is there's a culture out there called antidepressants. And everybody is on them. And they are made for one reason, to kill every passion receptor you have. An old saying, if we throw all the medication into the ocean, we'd be healthier and the fish would be sicker. Brodsky got comment on modern alpha rocks and God rules, so get there fast. All right, thank you, Sean. I know I keep mentioning the herbal formulas, and that's only because I know they work. But they make you feel unstoppable. Okay. I would greatly appreciate if you could send me. Yep, absolutely. Guess what? It went out Friday. How long do we burn candles on the drawings? Usually the rituals work before the candles are done. I know a guy who does them, as I once mentioned earlier, with birthday candles. He doesn't know where to get candles, and he has never failed. That's the guy who wanted to get a woman. And I'll just tell the story real quick before I sign off here. One of these Brooklyn guys goes, yo, does this shit work? I said, yeah. He goes, I'll get that question in a second. He goes, all right, whose name do I put down? I said, I don't know who you know. He goes, oh, all right. There's this girl, Kathy, and this girl, Eileen, I like. Can I put both names down there? I said, give it a shot. He goes, I only have birthday candles. You know what I'm talking about? I said, yeah. Okay, he calls me back next day. He goes, hey, I got them both. Can I do more? I said, there's no limit. Well, right now, we still keep in touch. He's living in a mansion with 9 women. And he did it all with birthday candles. And this guy is still like, I can't believe this shit works. I'm throwing out a girl and bringing in a new one. He works this stuff, like people work a typewriter. This one comes in, this one goes out. So, yeah, it works real quick. Powers of Darkness at themodernalpha.com or thehiddenpowers.com. Jason, Garrett, do you sell all your oils for candles in a package deal? And when are you having a live call-in show? Thanks, Jason. Well, I'm having a live webinar. You must have gotten that in an email. So if not, I'll send you the link. I have your thing right here if you want a link. Because on the call-in shows, man, we're going to get back to that in a while. But right now, we want to have specific people who want to learn specific things. And, yeah. So we will be getting back to the call-in shows soon. It's funny because I get like 1,000 more listeners on the call-in shows, but nobody calls in. People have become obsessed with technology. Obsessed with machinery, tools. Years ago, people were obsessed. Look at my hammer. I don't go anywhere without it. Yes. Is there any flexibility such as using brown paper bags when you don't have wood? It's a lot like the martial arts. Even if your stance is off, the punch is going to have some effect. The whole idea is, of course, you teach perfection, the movement, turning the wrist, or Wing Chun, the snapping up. But if it doesn't snap up, it's still going to do some serious damage. All right, playing my last song. And any questions, pop them in now. Otherwise, everybody, thanks so much for all your great input. Derek, thank you. Everybody, thank you. Great show tonight. And I'll see you guys here next Sunday. And Gary Brodsky 123 or at AOL.com or Gary Brodsky at themodernalpha.com if you want to know about the upcoming webinars and you haven't gotten an email, and importantly, check out GaryBrodsky.com. It will change your life. Thank you all. See you next week.
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.